What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about why Norwegians are so happy. Norwegians, why are you so happy? No, honestly, from what I've seen and what I've learned so far, Norwegians have a lot to be happy about. But I don't know specifically what this video is going to be talking about. Usually there's a couple of interviews involved, so maybe we're going to talk to some Norwegian people, ask them, hey, why are you so happy? No. Or some of the things about Norway that they love. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of interesting takes you could do on this particular topic. But Norway is certainly such a fantastic, amazing place to live. I wouldn't be surprised if it has some of the happiest people on Earth, you know? So, with that being said, let's check it out.
The UN's World Happiness Report ranks Norway as the 5th happiest country in the world. In this video, we'll be...
There you go. I don't know when was this made. This was in 2020. But Norway is ranked 5th in the world in happiness, and I'm pretty willing to guarantee you that that has not changed very much.
be asking the people of Trondheim, Norway, why they are so happy.
Okay.
Hvorfor tror du nordmenn regnes som å være blant de mest lykkelige I verden?
Why do you think Norwegians are considered to be among the most happy people in the world?
Det vel at vi har mulighet til å vi har veldig mange muligheter til å ta forskjellige retninger da.
Oh, that's an interesting way to interpret that question. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, that is so important. He's saying in Norway, it feels like you have a lot of opportunity in your life, a lot of opportunity to do what you want to do, follow the career you want to follow, and do things. Interesting.
Å leve liv på forskjellige måter, mer enn andre land. Så det blir mer sånn, det med å være selvstendig da.
Yeah.
Så det tror jeg har noe med at folk kan på en måte realisere seg selv mer her I Norge enn andre land.
That's a really good point. That's a really, really good point. A lot of opportunity, and you're basically free to do what you want, be yourself, and have a good prospects in life. So that's a great reason. That is a great reason why you'd be happy.
Jeg privilegert og har mye penger, så da mye som skal til for
We have a lot of money. We got all. I mean, that is a funny answer, but it's also true that being in a very wealthy country like Norway, where a lot of people are successful, have a lot of money makes your life a lot easier, and then it kind of frees you up to go find more happiness doing what you want to do. So yeah.
Vi har kanskje ikke så mange bekymringer da. Ikke så veldig mange veldig viktige bekymringer sånn I forhold til resten av verden.
Yeah. Living in a really developed country with money takes away a lot of your worries and problems that a lot of the rest of the world faces.
Vi har veldig gode tilbud for å opprettholde bra psykisk helse og mange muligheter som et folk da.
That's a great point as well, that the Norwegian government does such a fantastic job of taking care of its people. Of people in Norway are taken care of, and they are humanitarians and are worried about the happiness of the Norwegian people, which is great.
Vi har veldig fin natur, og vi liker å være ute, og jeg tror at det på en måte gir oss energi for å også gjøre oss lykkelige. For å være ute og bare være blant sola, men jeg vil ikke si at vi så lykkelige.
Yeah, I think that's a point that a lot of people would point to first. Just how beautiful Norway is, how great it is just to be there is great. Everything looks beautiful. Just one of the more visual things that bring happiness.
Vunnet lotto, vi som født I Norge, bruker jeg å si. Og jeg tror uansett om vi bor I nord, sør eller vest eller øst,
så tror jeg vi skal være veldig takknemlige. Og jeg tror vi også har bevisst samholdet med koronaen I forhold til det med vi ser I dag, vi sitter I Trondheim, jeg opprinnelig fra Harstad, og vi føler oss trygge og gode I vårt eget land, og synes det artig å sette pris på å feriere I Norge.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, he even says, being born in Norway feels like winning the lottery. That's a really good way to put it. I mean, even as an American living in the United States, being born here, I feel like I won the lottery compared to a lot of countries where people are struggling, people don't have access to money, to basic needs, basic means of survival, where they're struggling day to day. That could have been me. That could have been anyone. But instead I'm in America, and the Norwegians are in Norway, and it is like winning the lottery. Yeah.
Jeg tror vi heldige at vi har et land som fungerer godt, at det en stat som passer på oss uansett hva.
Yeah.
Jeg tror mange også klar over hvor heldige de og at det rett og slett heldig.
You know, that's good. That's good that Norwegians are humble. They seem to be very aware of how lucky they are, how fortunate they are, and how great Norway is. They're very aware of it, which is nice to see.
Vi har vært utrolig heldige med politikerne som etter krigen fordelte godene mer rettferdig enn I andre land. Vi betaler skatt som kommer fellesskapet til gode. Vi har mange tiltak som kommer fellesskapet til gode. Torget her for eksempel, det sånn tiltak som går på å få nærmiljøet til å se bra ut, som kommer fellesskapet til gode.
Yeah.
Det finnes gratis tilbud for barn. Det finnes boligtiltak til rusmisbrukere og innenfor som trenger det. Jeg tror det litt sånne ting som gjør at du får minske forskjellene mellom folk, som gjør at større deler av befolkningen lykkeligere enn du ville hatt hvis du hadde hatt større forskjeller, hvor kanskje 1 eller 2% hadde hatt det fantastisk, og resten av gjengen ikke hadde noe bra.
Yeah, that's a good point. She made a lot of good points. One of the biggest things is that in Norway, people are taken care of. The state really cares about the welfare of the people, and that's a big priority, which is just fantastic.
Befolkningen lykkeligere enn du ville hatt hvis du hadde hatt større forskjeller.
Oh, yes, and she was talking about how the wealth distribution is a little better, or at least the quality of life is a little more even, where lots of Norwegians have a good life, a good situation. But in other countries, even the United States, the disparity, the difference between the bottom percent of people who are poor and living paycheck to paycheck and just trying to survive, between the top percent of people who are have way more money than they could ever spend and are way more comfortable than they ever could possibly imagine. The disparity there, the difference is just, we could be making a lot more people happy in the United States and comfortable and their needs met if the wealth and the way that we take care of people was more evenly distributed. Which it sounds like in Norway they do a better job of that.
Kanskje 1 eller fordi det hadde fantastisk, og resten av gjengen ikke hadde noe bra.
Fordi de har en veldig høy levestandard.
Ja.
De har god inntekt, høy levestandard. Også et veldig godt velferdssystem. Alle disse elementene danner basis for et sånn happy life.
Yeah.
Også et politisk system som veldig transparent, ingen korrupsjon.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That would be a breath of fresh air. The American political system is so corrupt, so untransparent, the opposite of transparent. My goodness. Yeah, that is a big one.
Det sånn mye frihet og demokrati og...
Yeah, Norway just sounds like how America wants to be. How America should be. More like Norway, to be honest.
Yeah.
Det en del av kulturen vår som du tror har en innvirkning på det?
Is there a part of our culture that you think has a part in that. Okay, so what part of Norwegian culture is responsible for all the happiness, all this goodness?
Nei, det har jo kanskje også litt med å si at vi er et velferdssamfunn som tar vare på hverandre.
Yeah.
En del av kulturen vår. Ja, det er kanskje... Det blir ikke sett ned på å snakke om følelser, for eksempel. Det er liksom... Det er et veldig åpent samfunn.
Okay.
At man kan be om hjelp av venner og familie hvis man sliter med noe. Og,
Ok.
Ja. Jeg vet ikke helt.
Jeg vet ikke. Jeg er litt usikker.
Certainly all the welfare stuff is a huge contribution to this.
Ja, det var vanskelig spørsmål, jeg vet ikke.
Ja, allemannsretten er viktig. Kunne for eksempel bade i fjæra uten at man skal bli jaget derfra fordi at det plutselig er nans i stranden.
Yeah.
Det betyr å forsvinne, det er kjempesynd.
Yeah. Oh, the freedom to roam is disappearing? This was in 2020. I wonder if there's any truth to that.
Likhetsidealet tror jeg faktisk har veldig mye bra for seg. Med den følger jo også janteloven, som kanskje...
With it follows janteloven. What is janteloven?
Ikke nødvendigvis har så mye bra for seg, men...
Janteloven? Huh. Janteloven. Meaning, yes. A set of norms which state that one should never try to be more, try to be different, or consider oneself as more valuable than others. Huh. Interesting. The law of janteloven. Never heard about that. Definitely speaking to the welfare of all of the people of Norway, rather than putting high status individuals above others, kind of thought. Huh.
Det mye å lære av det også. En av tingene man får lære av for eksempel janteloven at man må stå opp for seg selv da. Og finne ut hvor den kommer ifra. Hvorfor den har blitt en så stor del av norsk kultur.
So janteloven is a big part of Norwegian culture. So not like trying to put yourself above others kind of thing. That's very, very nice. A very cool sentiment. That definitely is not a big priority in the United States. But we don't even have a word for that.
At det er helt supert om man tør å så for seg selv og skille seg ut, men på den annen side så har det den her tankegangen som jeg liker veldig godt at man...
Okay, so she's talking about the importance of trying to maintain equality and not sticking out and helping others while also prioritizing yourself and being yourself if you want to and doing what you want to do. Okay, so there's two sides to that.
Du skal ha lik rett til utdannelse og skolegang og lik rett til arbeid og sånne ting. Det tror jeg har veldig mye å si for hvor lykkelig man er i et land.
Yeah, there's so many levels to this, the happiness in Norway, their education, their work life, how much they take care of each other, social welfare, so much stuff, so many reasons.
Ja. Jeg tror likhetstankegangen har hatt mye å si da, for Norge.
Ja, fordi Norge er et tillitssamfunn, og jeg tror at tillit er en viktig kapital. Og det spiller en viktig rolle for å føle seg trygg og lykkelig og
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. Being able to trust your state, trust your government, trust that they're doing what's right for you. And it sounds like Norway has a lot of trust in its government and a lot of trust in the people in charge of stuff. That is so refreshing. That would be such a good feeling, and I feel like the United States used to have that feeling of trust in our government. it used to be so strong, and as time has gone on, especially now in the more modern times, a lot of people in America have lost their trust in our government, in politics. Certainly that's affected me as well. So yeah, this is a very important part.
Men når du ser kultur jeg tror ikke kanskje kultur spiller en viktig rolle, men det spiller en viktig rolle når det kommer til når det gjelder tillit, tror jeg. Så hvis man bor i et tillitssamfunn som Norge, da det mange ting som du tenker kanskje ikke på.
Yeah.
Tror du
Yeah. It's a good point.
politikken I landet vårt har noe med det å gjøre?
Do you think the politics in our country has anything to do with it? And it sounds like politics in Norway are very pleasant compared to the United States, where politics is very unpleasant.
Ja, det tror jeg. For det jo en sånn politikk at på en måte staten tar mye ansvar for ting, da. I form av at for eksempel Nav og at gratis sykehus og sånn, at staten tar på en måte ansvaret hvis folk detter, da. I hvert fall på papiret.
Ja.
Så jeg tror staten har veldig mye å si på kulturen og strukturen. Og, ja, lykkelig.
Well, it just seems like it's a truth that a lot of the policies in Norway are centered around the good of the people. And there's no corruption around it. There's nothing else about it. It's a policies built around the welfare of the Norwegian people, and that's how it should be. That is what government's supposed to do. It's beautiful. But we have certainly lost that in the United States to a large degree, and it's hard to get anything done. Norway is so progressive and able to change and pivot and do things and adjust. And the United States is just paralyzed, unable to act because people are so divided. And politics is so divided.
Ja, det har det nok helt sikkert.
Ja. Altså, man har mulighet til å få støtte hvis man sliter økonomisk, for eksempel, og tilbud om psykolog og ja, så det vil jeg påstå. Ja.
A lot of these people certainly feel like if they're in trouble or if they need help, whatever that means, they can get it, which is such a great feeling, I imagine. Knowing that their policies and government will be there to help them if they need help, which is just great.
Jeg tror det. Det kan hende. Ja. Både Norge jo regnes som et veldig høyt standard. Vi lever jo godt I forhold til barn I Afrika som sulter. Så jeg tror politikken har litt med det å gjøre.
Yeah.
Ja, det tror jeg. At det hva skal man si, trygt for alle å si hva de mener, og at landet styres på en måte som de fleste kan være noenlunde fornøyd med.
Yeah.
Ja, absolutt. Og jeg tror det må være raust, smilende og inkluderende. Særdeles viktig. Og det tror jeg kommer til å bli enda mer viktig I fremtiden.
Hvor kommer du å...
Yeah, Norway has certainly positioned itself to succeed in the future, whereas the future of a lot of the rest of the world is totally uncertain, especially now.
Dialekta di fra?
Where do you and your dialect come from? Oh, this is where we ask everyone what parts of Norway they're from. Okay.
Min dialekt kommer fra Sunnmøre, og det jeg bodd på 2 plasser på Sunnmøre, så det litt blanding. Så jeg født og oppvokst en plass etter Langevåg, og så jeg bodd også litt en plass etter Ulsteinvik.
Okay.
Det veldig likt, men det noen små forskjeller da, som gjør at jeg veksler litt mellom de to.
Meg og dialektene mye kommer fra Trondheim.
Trondheim. Somewhere I'm kind of familiar with.
Sør.
Jeg kommer fra Harstad. Og dialekten min fra Harstad. Eller litt blanding.
I feel like I'm totally not familiar with anything in northern Norway. I'm gonna have to look at northern Norway more.
Mamma er fra Bodø, så jeg har litt miks av det.
Tromsø.
Jeg kommer fra Drammen, så jeg snakker vel ikke like clean, eller like drammensk som foreldrene mine og besteforeldrene mine, men jeg snakker litt penere, kanskje litt mer som Oslo. Men jeg kommer fra Drammen, og ja, tror man kan høre det i stedet.
Jeg kommer fra Hammerfest, eller egentlig en liten bygd utenfor
really
Forsøl. Det er langt på Finnmark, og langs med kysten, så det er nok så avslepen dialekt. Pluss at jeg bodde i Trondheim ganske lenge, så det har vært litt vanskelig å holde dialekter. Så Hammerfest og Forsøl.
Jeg kommer fra Nord-Norge, Harstad. Siste uka i juni hvert år. Anbefales å reise til Norges største øy, Hinnøya.
Hinnøya? Largest island.
Da får dere en opplevelse som man ønsker seg tilbake til.
Jeg snakker norsk med fransk aksent, tror jeg.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you're interested in learning more Norwegian and seeing...
I did like that video. I did. This was by Simple Norwegian. Gotta give it a like for sure. Watching this from the United States during a very stressful election, and this video almost made me cry. Yeah, I imagine a lot of Americans would feel strongly towards this. A lot of Americans would be envious, jealous of living in Norway. It's got a lot of things going for it that are better, for sure. I guess because people have their human rights respected. They don't have to worry about healthcare fees, maternity leave, wage, and their government mostly makes good policies. Yeah, that's a great way to say it, a great way to summarize it. Absolutely, a lot of great stuff going on in Norway. Its people are very lucky, and they're aware of that. And honestly, Norway is ran by Norwegian people, so they're obviously the ones making good decisions too. So, I love it there. Thank you. Great video. Okay, a lot of people just saying they like the video. I am Norwegian, and I just hear Norwegians complain and forget how lucky we are. They don't even realize what they have as being privileged compared to the rest of the world. We have many opportunities to live comfortably here, but we also take it for granted. Yeah, I mean, but that's true. No matter where you live, any first world country, any country that's doing well, certainly in America, people take it for granted. Definitely in America, people take it for granted what we have. So even though I am jealous of a lot of what Norway has, I am very thankful to live the life that I have. It's great, especially compared to a lot of the people struggling in other parts of the world. So yeah, that's a good point to end on. I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway, Norwegian culture, things there that I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.